Hi all, welcome back to Oops with C++ session 37. In today's session we will discuss about introduction to exception handling and we will see what are the examples of exceptions. Okay, so now let's start about this. So whenever we are writing a program or generally we will face three different types of errors. So we can divide the um, errors in any programming language as three types like syntax errors, logical errors and runtime errors. So syntax errors means any error in the syntax of coding or programming language entered by a programmer. So if the grammar mistake of the program is like syntax error. So if you observe this example, I'm trying to do some if condition. If it is a statement is true, I just wanted to print cout true and endl. But if you see here, I have given if is correct, but what is the rule of the C++ programming language is saying I and F should be small letters, but F is in capital letter. So this is an syntax error. This is a grammatical mistake. Okay, and also you have something like cout true end L. After end L, every statement has to be terminated with a semicolon, right? So but here semicolon is missing. This is also syntax errors. Okay, so these are any whatever syntax you are supposed to write, if you are not writing in that, so if you are not following the grammar of the programming language, then that leads to syntax error. And all these syntax errors can be caught during compile time. Okay, so your program won't compile at all if the syntax errors are there. Okay, so then next type of errors are coming like logical errors. So an error where the instructions given the program do not accomplish the intended goal. So for example, uh, see what I'm doing is, so I'm trying to perform something and for example, I'm trying to perform some task. Okay, but the logic whatever I have provided is different. So just see here, see out reminder of 2 by 3 is I have given like this, but what I'm doing, I am doing 5 by 2. So this will give the um, uh, result of 5 by 2, but it won't give the reminder, right? So if you want to get the reminder, you have to use 2% 3, but here I have mentioned reminder of 2 by 3, but in the output what I'm getting, I am getting 5 by 2. Okay, then this is not the correct one, right? So but I am following the proper syntax here. So see out after that. So these operators and the statement, then here the expression or operation and endl. So proper syntax I am following, but my program is not giving the correct value. So what I want to get the remainder of 2 by 3, but I am not getting the remainder of 2 by 3 because here the logical error is there. So I'm expecting 2 by 3 remainder, but I am doing 5 by 2 division operation. Okay, so such type of errors are logical errors. So logical errors cannot be caught during compile time or during runtime. Okay, so that, but whatever output you are expecting, you won't get that output. Okay, and then third type of errors are coming as runtime errors. So an error which comes during the execution of a program. So your compiler will compile it successfully. So there is no logical error, there is no compile time error, no syntax error, no logical errors. But your program will work. So, but when you are running that program, so not always. Sometimes your program might get crashed, so that is because of the runtime errors. So such type of so example for such runtime errors is, so there is assume you don't have a file but you are trying to open that file not found. So file not found exception will come. So out of memory you are trying to allocate some heap memory, but memory is not available, then you will get an terminations. Array out of boundary access. You have an array size of 10, but you are trying to access 11th element, or you are trying to do divide by 0. So and also you are trying to access invalid memory access. So for example, you have taken a pointer and you are trying, you have not allocated any memory, or it is not pointing to any address, and you are trying to access that. Okay, so then also you will get this error, invalid memory access. So these are all the examples of the runtime errors. Okay, just observe few programs. Okay, let's observe the what is that? Sorry, it's in capital letters. So syntax error example. So whatever I have discussed in the slide, same thing. So I is in small letter and F is in capital letter, and also there is a semicolon missing. Okay. So just compile this program and see whether it is getting compiled or not. The first statement itself it will throw error. See, if was not declared in this scope, here itself error is there. Okay. But if you fix this one, will it work? So I have given F if correct, but here what I will do is I will remove semicolon. Okay, there is no error. So missing expression, expected semicolon here. So these are all syntax errors. Okay, so syntax errors, no problem with the syntax errors, because it won't. So whatever errors are coming, that you can resolve it during compile time itself. Okay, it won't create any um, problem during execution. So all syntax errors will be cleared before execution of the program, before compilation itself. Okay. So if it is properly proper grammar is followed, then only your program will get compiled. Okay. So now let's see about logical errors. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do int x equals to y equals to 5. So what is the reminder I'm expecting here? So x by y by x means, so reminder 5 so for reminder we have to use this operation. So when you do this, so reminder will be 1. Let's see whether we are getting this value or not. So no compile time issues. Reminder equals to 2. But what is the reminder? Reminder is 1 only, but we are getting 2. We are expecting 1 to be 1 to come as reminder, but it is coming 2. Why it is coming 2? Because the operation whatever I am using here, that is wrong. So what is the operation I have to use? Instead of y divided by x, I have to use y percentage of x. This will return reminder. Okay, reminder equals to 1. This is the correct thing. So previously we had a logical errors because there is no compile time error. You cannot catch the logical errors during runtime also. It won't create any problem. But whatever you are expecting, your program is not doing that work. Okay. So now let us see the runtime errors. Okay. So here I am asking enter numerator and denominator values. Okay. So I am trying to do division operation. See out division equals to y by x, and what I'm doing is I have taken a pointer, and without allocating any memory I am trying to dereference it. Okay, so which will leads to segmentation fault. Let's see what is happening. Good, no compile time errors. So enter numerator and denominator. So what I will do is numerator 10. So I want to divide it, divide 10 by 2. Okay. So the values division is 5, and you can see here segmentation fault, core dump. So it is an abnormal termination. Okay. Your program is not closed properly. It is crashed. Okay. So how can you say it is crashed? What I will do is after this statement, what I will do is I will place some so main ends. Okay. Now let's compile this program once again. So 10, I'm giving the same values 10 comma 2, division equals to 5, segmentation fault. There is no statement of main ends because it is not executing that. As soon as it is trying to dereference the pointer which is not holding any valid memory, so immediately program got crashed because you are trying to access unauthorized memory. Okay. So now what I'm doing is same program. What I will do is instead of 10 to I am trying to give 0, floating point exception. You cannot divide it by 0. This is also runtime error. Okay. So these are the examples for runtimes. All these runtime errors are nothing but an exceptions. Okay. Exceptions. We have to handle the exceptions. If you are not handling the exception, your program will get crash. Okay. Now how to handle the exceptions in C, or see how it is got handled. So in C, we are using some defensive techniques to handle the exception by using some if else conditions. Okay. Let's see, same program, we'll see how to write it with defensive coding technique, self defensive techniques. Okay. So what you can do is take numerator and denominator, C in Y. So what you have to do is before performing the division operation, just check whether the x value is greater than 0 or not. Okay. If it is greater than 0, then only do the division. Otherwise, print this divisible by 0 is not possible. Okay. So after that, I'm just what I will do is I will allocate to null this pointer, and before dereferencing it, what I will do is I will check if the ptr is holding any address or not. If it is not holding any address, then don't do any operation, just display invalid dereferencing of pointer, and after that end of main. Okay. Now let's see, this is the self defensive technique. So I am avoiding abnormal termination of my program. Just observe this one once again. Compile this program. It's compiled successfully, no compile time errors. Enter numerator and denominator values. So what I will do is 10 comma 0. Okay. So divisible by 0 is not possible. Invalid dereferencing of pointer, end of main. So all the statements executed, my program executed successfully without any error. Okay. That's the thing. So now what I will do is I will rerun the program. I will give some proper values 10, 2. Okay. So division equals to 5, invalid dereferencing of pointer, end of main. So I am able to handle the exceptions properly by using self defensive technique. So echo dollar question mark is showing previous program whether it is successfully executed or not. Okay. So if it is returning 0, echo dollar question mark, if it is returning 0, then it is like the program got executed successfully. Okay. So that's about exception handling introduction. So now just have a quick idea on the information like all runtime errors are called exceptions, and whenever any exception happens, the program will be abnormally terminate, which leads to program crash. Okay, so when any exception occurs, what will happen is so operating system will actually invoke a standard library function which is known as terminate. Okay, there is a terminate standard library function. Whenever any abnormal runtime errors are occurring, this OS will automatically invoke this terminate function. What this terminate function will do is it will again it will call another standard library function called abort, and which will go for abnormal termination of the program. Okay, so um, that means your program is got crashed and abnormal termination is done. Okay, if you have enabled core dump for your file, all the crashed programming thing will be placed as a core dump files. Okay, so now exception handling can be done using defensive technique in C language, like by using if else conditions. By using if else, before performing any operation, we will check whether if it is so, do this. If it is not, then don't do this. So like that, we are using if else conditions for the exception handling. So in case of C++, how we are performing exception handling is we are achieving exception handling efficiently by making use of try, catch, and throw in C++. Okay, so let's discuss about try, catch, and throw in next session. So thanks for watching. So